I do a quick training on Trello. So I love to say Trello is life. It can be a bit confusing, and if you don't know what it is, it's Trello. So this is a way for you can use it in so many ways. The way I use it is to keep all of my prospects, my customers, my follow-ups, like all in organization. So some people are pen and paper people, like Tina's a pen and paper girl. I am not. I've tried that and it drives me crazy because then I feel like I get somebody's name down like three times or I have to flip through pieces of paper. Like it's just too much. Like it's too much. That's why I don't use a paper planner. I've tried every single year. I just threw away like 12 years worth of paper planners. None of them had been more than like 3 months because I'm a digital girl. I'm living in a digital world. What can I say? Okay, so I am going to share, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through creating a board, and then I'm going to put the link to it so that you can copy it and use it as your own. So you don't even have to create one after this. So, all right, let's share my screen, and we're going to go to Trello. Okay, so Trello.com is where you go to like create a board. Like if you go, it'll have you like log in to create like a Trello account. So what I'm gonna do, so you see here, I have some different boards. I'll show you mine so you can kind of get the gist of it. So you kind of have a different card. I have a spot for new leads and birthdays. I'm not so great about putting the birthdays on here, but like new leads, um, like if somebody comments on a reel or something like that, you could put new leads here and you just click down here to add a card and it adds it to this stack. So the way it's set up is there's like columns of things. So you can have new leads, new friends. When you add new friends, I'm not great about keeping up with this. This is one of the things I'm trying to get better about is actually when I send a friend request to put them on here. And then I will put, and then what I need to do is go back and actually see when people accept the friend request to continue it. So it's a work in progress, right? But like this person here, like I met her, I found her in a Yorkie group. I have a Yorkie, Holiday Miller. I feel like that should maybe be Holly Miller. But anyways, mutual friends. So I kind of will put how I know them. So then when they accept the friend request, I can comment on that. And then I've got one for sent prospecting message. I've got invited to a group. So when I invite them to Ripple Effect, or if I send them a video, there's one for follow up with prospect, when they become a customer, when I follow up with customers, when they've joined the team. This is something I've played around with. I will be honest, I'm not real great at keeping up with it. But for if you've seen any trainings on the 333 method, so you comment on 3 posts and 3 stories, and then you message them. I'm not gonna get into adding that into a board because I'm not great at keeping up with it. And then I have one down here for when we have like new product launches, like VIP lists, I can put them on here. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go to, okay, so we're gonna go to Trello Workspace. So you can only have like so many Trello boards and so many workspaces, but really for the purpose of this, you just need one. So we are going to start a new board. So I think it may be behind. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we're going to create, and we're going to create a board. So we can pick a background. You can click this here. You can pick different images to have as a background. You can pick a colored background. Um, I am just going to pick just something super simple. We'll just go with this blue. And then we're going to put Trinot Legacy Makers. Okay. And then we're going to hit create. All right. And so here we will create your first card. So we'll say new leads. And then we'll say sent. Oh, here we go. We'll say new friend added. Here we'll say prospecting message sent. Move me over here. here we're going to say sent video or ATM to group. And then we're going to say follow up. And then we're going to say new customer. And we'll add follow up with customer. And then we'll add join team. And then lastly, VIP list for new product / sales. Okay, so now you've got all your cards created, okay? It's truly as simple as that. And I know it can seem like super confusing in the beginning because you're like, I don't know what to do. So here's what you do. When you get a new lead, all you're going to do is add a card. So we're going to say Susie. If I could spell. Susie. Now, if you click on Susie's name, you can put a comment on. You can put commented on activate reel. Okay. And then you can say when you want to follow up with her. You can click a date and you can say you're going to follow up with her on the 8th. Okay. So that's what you can do for that. Say you sent a prospecting message. You're going to say Sarah defer, because she's my guinea pig in all my trainings. So then once you've got her card added, you click on the card and then you're going to say, you can put some comments in here. Lives in Virginia Beach. Loves her dogs. Any information you want to remember about her. And then here is where you can put in your prospecting message, okay? So look at here. You can go up to boards and you can get a little prospecting script and you click share, okay? And then we're going to go back to our Trello board. You can paste it in here because you're going to copy that from boards, then you're going to send it to her messenger, but then you can paste it here in boards so you can see this was the message you sent her. And then you can put a date in here that you're going to follow up with her in 2 days. So January 7th is when you should follow up with her. Okay. And so then let's say she responded back and you added her to the group. You can hold down this card and you can move it over here. And then you can put in here ATM to Ripple. Okay. And so now she's over here in this one. And then let's say you follow up with her in a couple days, you can move her over here to the follow-up card, okay? So that's the beauty of this is you can just kind of move them over, okay? So let's say we're going to say Tina. And here we'll just do the same prospecting message again. And then we're going to say, we'll say follow up with her. We're going to follow up with her tomorrow. Okay. All right. And then let's say we follow up with her tomorrow and we can move her over to that one. Okay. So when you move her over to the follow up, then you can put in here, you can say, I added you to the group and tagged you in the post. Shoot me a thumbs up when you accept the invite. So that can be, your follow-up. So see where you can type in another message. So then I can see, okay, I sent her a prospecting message. And then sometimes I'll put in here if what their response was. Like if somebody says like, not right now, like check back with me in a couple weeks, you can put anything you want in this. This is like a running log of all of your things, okay? Now, so we have these in here, okay? So then it's the same thing. If you get a new customer, you just add them in here. You can say Amy Culver and then click on her card. And then here is where I'll put, um, sometimes there's notes up there like talked about DHS, ordered 1/4/25. I started putting years in because I've been using this Trello board for like 2.5 years now. So then you can look in here. And then when you follow up with Amy, so you can put a date. Okay, so she ordered DHS. So I'm going to put in to follow up. If she ordered on the 4th, I'm maybe going to follow up with her on the 13th because she should probably have her product by then, right? So then she'll be on there to follow up with on the 13th. Okay, so that's how you add your cards. Now, here's the really cool part. Okay, so we are going to go to, I should have checked this. Hold on, these little dots over here, and we're going to go to power ups. Okay. And the one that is the best one is the calendar. We're going to add the calendar. Okay. And let me show you what it's going to do. Oh, goodness. Maybe this isn't it. Hold on. I'm going to say allow. I'm going to say allow. Maybe this is not the same power up I have. Okay. I don't know. Why is this doing this? Okay. We're just going to do that. It did not make me do this. I wonder if it's a different one. Okay. So it's just got that. All right. We'll just go with that. And let's see what it does. Okay. So maybe they've got a new version. Okay. All right. I might have to look at this for my own Trello board. Okay. See, learning as we go. Okay. So drag and drop and complete task, visualize checklist items, color code with labels, connect multiple boards. Sounds like I need to revisit my power up. Okay. So look, we even got some fireworks. Look at that, people. All right. Okay. So I have a different calendar power up, but maybe this is the better one. I don't know. Okay, but look at how cool this is, right? So this is your January calendar. So this tells me on Monday, I need to follow up with Tina. And on Tuesday, I need to follow up with Sarah. And on Wednesday, I need to follow up with Susie. And on the 13th, I need to follow up with Amy. So you can come to your calendar every single day and find that. Okay, so then if you click on Tina, it will take you to her Trello card. And then you can say, ask, okay, um, what questions do you have? Are you ready to get started? Now, to be clear, we're messaging her in Messenger, right? I would message her in Messenger and then I come here and I put it in here. So I can click send. So that's going to put it in her Trello board. And then I am going to say, okay, so we're pretending this is on the 6th that I'm following up with her. So then I'm going to follow up with her in like 2 days. Okay. And boom, now she's on my follow up for Wednesday. Okay. Do you see how awesome this is at keeping you organized? Okay. And so then we're going to X out of all this. So there's all other kinds of power ups that you can do. And I think you may get so many free power ups and then you may have to pay for some at a certain point. I don't pay for anything. Trello, I do not pay for. It's totally free. But that is, so you can kind of go through here. Again, it's just getting in and pushing buttons. Okay. So now you're asking, how do I get to the power up? Right? Okay. So to get to your calendar, so now we're back to our board, right? If you click this little P right here, boom. well, delayed boom. Here's your calendar. Okay. So it tells you, oh, look over here. I may need to upgrade to this one because this gives me a little more info. So if you look at here, so on Sarah, hold on a second. What does this tell me? So this gives me some information over here on the side. But basically, the biggest thing you want to look at, I would just get rid of that because I'm not even sure what all that is. But this is your calendar. So this will tell you. So a lot of times, and then, okay, so okay, we're going to go into Sarah's. So right now she is in the sent video ATM list. So after I have ATM'd her to Ripple, and then I'm going to say, did you, oh my gosh, Christine, did you get a chance to check out the group? Okay, so I'm going to send her that in Messenger. I'm recording it here. Okay, then you can go up here and click follow up. Okay, and then X out of that. Okay, so still it has her on the 7th, but then if you go back to the board, now if you scroll over here, you see that Sarah is no longer in the ATM card. She's been moved to the follow-up. So I don't necessarily move people manually, through this because most of the time when I'm working in the calendar. And so I will just change them when I'm in their card. So, Susie, she's on a new lead. Say I send her a prospecting message. I can just click prospecting message, and that's going to automatically move her. Um, so just X out of that. And then you'll see that Susie is now in the prospecting message card. Okay. So, but say you come back to your thing and you forgot to change it. You could always just manually move her, or after you talk to her. But I do a lot of my work all right from my calendar because you can access the card, you can put the comment in, you can give the due date, and it'll automatically pop up on here. Now, there's times on here I have mine set where I don't have it send me notifications for time because it was getting a little out of control with emails. I was like, I can't have all these emails coming in. But it puts a time on here. So if you want to set it for a set time, you could change the time. Okay. Um, Another thing is we can do automation. So we can create um, some buttons. I might be getting ahead of myself here because it's been a while since I did this, but I'm going to put on here follow up in 2 days and then add an action. And then we're going to click. Oh, we might have to do a separate training on this because I have to refresh my memory on how to do this because I created my automations a long time ago. So we don't need to move it. Okay. All this does is I can click certain buttons and it'll automatically put my follow-up date in there, but you can 100%. Okay, so here we go. Move the mark the date as complete. Set due date in. Let's see what this does. 2 days. I'll do that. Okay. All right. We're gonna save that for another day because I can't remember how to do it. So I will maybe do a part two on creating automations, but because I have to go back and play around with that on my own board. But this is the basic gist of it. Like you don't have to have automations on this because truly when you follow up with someone, oh, and then here you can get to your power-ups here. So that's a way that you can get to your plan, your calendar. And then this is where if you click power-ups there, that's where you can add additional power-ups. And like I said, you can go through and just see different ones that you might like, but don't overcomplicate it because in the beginning, you just want a way to keep track of your prospects and your leads. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will, okay. And then if you want to like, say you want to get rid of a card, just archive it and click delete and that gets rid of it. So I'm going to delete all of these that we created because what I'm going to do is um, I am going to make the link, whoops, for this board. Let's see, is that everybody? Okay, everybody's been taken out. Okay, so this is going to be a completely empty board so you can use it for your own. So what I'm going to do is I will give Aaron the link so that he can put it with this training. Okay, so when you get the link, you'll click on the link and it'll take you to this board. And what you want to do is you want to click these three buttons here. Okay, these three little dots. And you're going to come down here and you're going to click copy board. And then you're going to label it Christine Trinot Legacy Maker, or just change the name of it completely. But just copy the board and then you're going to hit create. And now you see over here, this was the main one. Okay, this is going to be the one that you're not going to be able to edit. But this one, the copy that you made, you can now make edits to it because it's yours. Okay. This is the main, like the main formatted one, the one you won't be able to make any correction, things to, but make a copy of it. Okay. So remember, so to make a copy, you're going to go to the three ellipses, click that, come down, copy board, name it whatever you want, click create, make sure all this, don't uncheck anything, keep everything as it is because then when you click on this one that you made a copy of, here's your board. Okay. And then if you wanted to, customize it, you can change the background to a background color you like. You can do whatever you want. You can add pictures. So if you go, so if you see um, my Trinot board, well, let's see which one I have it in. Okay, here we go, Trinot. Here we go. So I have like all these pretty pictures. So Kimberly Olson is somebody that I've followed for a long time, and she gives a lot of free Trello boards, and she put all these like pretty pictures. But if you wanted to put pictures so that you had, pictures at the top of every board that says new leads. I mean, like you could create a graphic in Canva, right? This is new leads, prospects, that has all these like pretty little pictures. But at the end of the day, um, to get what you need to get done, this will work just well for you. And then once you get more into it, you can make it pretty and make it your own. So, I think that is the biggest thing. Let me stop my share. Okay, I think we stopped my share. All right, there we go. Okay. So that is the biggest, that's like the quick and dirty, easy, simple. I'm telling you, again, it's just getting in there and clicking the buttons and figuring out. And that's how I've done it. You can go on YouTube and you can watch, people have trainings. But now that you're going to have this board, you can just get right to it. I've tried other ways. I've tried the reminders app in my phone. That did not work well for me. This has been the try and true. Oh, and they do have a Trello app. Now, I will say the desktop is much easier to use than the Trello app, but the Trello app you can use. Okay, let me go. I'm just going to show you here. And it looks like, see a little Trello, the little blue one right here. Okay. So it pulls up the same thing. Hold on. Let me just share my screen again. Hold on. I wasn't going to plan to share this, but I will. So, um, let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna come out of here for a second. Okay, so here's the Trello app. Okay. And then you just can click on your board. Also, you can star a board, so it'll show up at the very top. So you see my turnout boards up at the top. Um, so it's the same thing. It has, you just scroll. All I'm doing is just scrolling across. So there's the new leads, the new friends, the prospects, all that stuff. And then to get to your calendar, your power up, you're going to go up here to this button here. You're going to click that. I lied. You are going to click the three dots. And then here is the calendar power up. And then it's going to show here. And so you see all the little blue dots of these are the follow-ups that I have coming up. And now the one thing is like when you do it in here and you type it in, so you can see here, like this one, comment on my post about Chris and his weight loss. And then this is what she said. She's wanting to lose weight after her third child. Um, and then you can see, like, I invited her to a Zoom on the 9th. I messaged her Thanksgiving. I've messaged her. She's basically ghosted me, but I just keep messaging her. Um, so you can see these are all the times, the things that I'm messaging. So I can look back instead of having to scroll through Messenger, I can quickly look back and be like, okay, so she commented on my post in September. So I've been talking to this chick since September. But I just keep talking to her. I just keep following up. Um, so when you do it in here, it doesn't take you back to your calendar. It'll just take you back to now it's just not cooperating. So then it just takes you. So this is where it's harder when it doesn't take you back to the calendar when you work from the calendar. It takes you back to the main Trello board. And so then you have to come back up here to the three dots, click your calendar, and then it takes you back there again. So that's the only part that's a little annoying about the phone app is that when I click on Kate's card and I type my things and then I go out of Kate's card, it doesn't take me back to the calendar. It takes me back to this. Whereas with the desktop, if you're on the calendar, you can type in the stuff about their car, their info, click out of them, and then it still keeps you in the calendar so you can kind of keep working. So, I like to do Trello more on the desktop, but 100% you can use it on your phone. Um, so that's the quick and dirty with the app. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I've been using Trello for several years now, and I've tried other methods, and I always come back to Trello. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helps. Have a great night.